So I'm Danish Vadva, a cloud marketing expert. So I ran a web hosting company and recently sold it out and moved full time into a digital marketing. Cloud and server administration is my passion and digital marketing is my profession. So with my mix of both the abilities, I'm trying to take the cloud to a next level. And today I have a Dimitri with me from Jelastic. Dimitri is an expert in cloud technologies, virtualization, and containers. He has more than 12 years of extensive experience in development of highly loaded application and enterprise platforms, including cloud clusters applications, integration solutions, and security systems. Before Jelastic, Dimitri led the team of engineers and software architects in one of the largest system integration of Western Europe. Welcome, Dimitri, to the webinar.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you,
It's
Dimitri.
interesting.
Okay, let's moving forward. So we have Dimitri with us from Jelastic. Moving forward, is cloud really a boom? Do you guys really think cloud is a boom? So in my sense, yes, cloud is really a boom out there here in India, Asia, and across the globe. Let's see how cloud is really a boom out there in the market. Over $100 billion opportunity waits in the cloud. Global distribution of investment by SMB in cloud from 2015 to 2018. Onto a graph, you can easily figure it out. $23 billion is the market size in 2015 for India, Asia Pacific, and it is growing to 41 billion approximately by 2018, which is a growth rate of 21% compound annual growth rate, which is second highest across the world, and it's very tremendous. So you guys are at the right time at the right place. If you are a business owner, so it's right time to invest onto a cloud infrastructure and moving your softwares, web applications, and other thing to a cloud. And if you are an IT service provider, it's again a very beneficial for you to moving towards a cloud. Taking into consideration of a global cloud market growth, there was approximately 100 billion of business by an SMBs in 2015 and approximately 160 billion by 2018. Expected up to a 17.2% of compound annual growth rate, which is again tremendous. And you'll if you'll compare it with any sort of industry, so you'll find it quite high. These are the good numbers actually. So cloud, we have divided this cloud growth into a four segments. So first one is infrastructure as a service, which you call as it the data centers. Okay, investing onto infrastructure. Then it's web presence. So web presence has approximately 18 billion and rising up to 25 billion by 2018. Web presence includes your websites, your web applications, and all that stuff. Third one is unified communication, which has a market size of approximately 20 to 25 billion as of now and growing up to 29 billion by 2018. Unified communication includes like your Gmail, Google Apps, which is recently named as to G Suite, Office 365, including Outlook and all those applications, which are high core communication tools out there in the market by the giants. Business applications includes ERPs, SAP, and other ERP out there in the market. And growth is up to, you can see onto a graph, $48 billion market by 2018. So it's the right time to invest onto an infrastructure side because that seems to be a very highest one. If you are a IT service provider, it's very obvious to go onto a infrastructure cloud as a service. And if you are a business owner, so it's totally recommendable to use a cloud and deploy your all those applications and move your applications towards cloud. So now the question arises, why some of the problem of business owners and developers that only cloud can resolve. So so actually the business comes out to from a real problem, and a cloud is a real business because it solves lot of problems. Let's check on to what sort of problems cloud solves. Okay. First one is minimizing cost. So cloud is something which actually minimize your costs. The reason being is it's works on a pay per use model. You pay only for the resources you actually use. You need not to deploy any sort of on-site physical storage. You need not to deploy any sort of direct investment onto a hardware. You don't have to invest on an IT staffing. The reason being is it's quite simple to deploy. It's quite simple to scale and use. Second one is anytime, anywhere access. So this is the beauty of cloud actually. You can, a data on a cloud, you can actually access it anytime, anywhere. Take a very hypothetical example of a Gmail. So you have a mail system which you can access directly on your desktop, and then you move on to your mobile and tablets, you can access anywhere which you are privileged to, and allows you a better collaboration among the teams. So any unified communication which comes onto a cloud platform, it's very easy for you to collaborate among your teams with that. So I guess this is the most beauty of the cloud. Third one is greater scalability. So cloud-based service offers SMBs greater flexibility to scale IT needs up or downwards. It's both upside and the downside to better meet the business demands. So let's suppose if you are a startup and you just need a very small compute power with 1 GB of RAM, so cloud is a good suitable infrastructure as service product for you. And let's suppose you are growing at a very rapid pace and you need 100 GB of RAM with the high compute powers. So cloud is a best option because it can deliver you what you can expect and what your business needs. A fast deployment, yes, of course. So cloud is very easy to use. We have Dimitri with us from Jelastic, so I guess he'll be the right person to explain you guys why it's easy to deploy a cloud within your organization. Improved security. Think of those days when we used to have the data stored directly onto our desktops. Still, I can see in the many big organizations in India still stores the data within their desktops, but it's the era of cloud. So anything which goes onto a cloud is much secure. The reason being the system can be stolen, so your data is on a risk. It can be deleted, your hard drive can be crashed. So altogether it is dependent directly on the hardware which you have with you. So storing your data directly on the cloud actually improves the security of the system. Okay, that was all from my side. So we have Dimitri with us, which will help us out. How does Jelastic Cloud solve this problem for all of us? Welcome, Dimitri, once again. So over to you.
Thanks, Danish. Could you please make me a presenter so I will share my screen?
Sure. So I guess make a presenter. Okay. Have you got an access for a presenter?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'll mute myself, Dimitri. Okay, over to you now. Thank you.
Okay. So, do you see my screen, guys?
Probably yes. I can see your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's start my part. So regarding how Jelastic Cloud solves all the problems and what is Jelastic Cloud. So first of all, I will tell more about like our current business position. So we are a cloud platform that provides platform as a service solution and container service solution for different kinds of customers. IDC, the global analytics agency, considered us as a major player on the global platform as a service market. and we are in the same area as Google, Red Hat, and SAP. And they consider us a major player due to we offer very good support of different programming languages, including Java. Plus, we also support Docker and provide high level of automation for cloud deployment. And what is the product? So the product, the cloud platform that is accessible through Everdata data centers in the United States and in India, and it significantly automates and simplifies cloud hosting of different applications, modern applications, legacy enterprise applications, and many others. And it provides different stacks and different kind of automation for all the applications, including support of different database servers, load balancers, and different application servers. And using Jelastic Cloud, you will get the scalability, unlimited scalability of the cloud, so you can scale your application starting from 1 GB of RAM up to 100 GB of RAM and tens of CPU and hundreds of CPU cores. Plus, you have high level of automation for more than 50 software stacks and availability of these applications across the globe from different data centers with ability to migrate applications from one data center to another data center. For everyday users, you can offer applications provisioned in single click through marketplace, and modern application developers and wide majority of ISVs and enterprises, they transform their deployment approach to Docker. And the last point, but it's very important when we talk about cloud and about the promises of the cloud. So using Everdata Jelastic Cloud, you will receive 24 hours per 7-day support, and this is really critical for many companies. And the best support is also the best of time is the key factors when you run your applications in the cloud. So you can consume it in a form of public cloud provided by Everdata in their data centers, or you can install this private cloud solution on premise in your own hardware, or you can, if you're a big company and you want to have more level of isolation, you can consume this cloud service in a form of virtual private cloud. So it will be your dedicated cloud instance deployed on secure Everdata data centers. And regarding public cloud and virtual private cloud, so you can run your cloud applications in Jaipur data center in India or in the United States. And the point is that you can migrate your applications between these two locations. It's really a good solution in order to satisfy demand of your customers that can be spread between two continents. And for whom is this product? So, for developers, so we call them independent software developers or ISVs. This could be gaming developers, mobile developers, website developers, SaaS providers, system integrators, outsourcing companies. So all the companies or all the individual software developers, they can get benefit of this cloud technology in order to streamline the development, deployment, and speed up time to market. And another group of customers that can also may receive a lot of benefits is small medium enterprises, the companies who consume your applications. Those could be media content providers, or different banks and financial companies. So we have many in this category, or e-health providers, or even startups. So they may consume some services of the cloud and even reduce their costs for the hosting. So if you represent one of this audience, so cloud Jelastic Cloud for you. And regarding pricing, so this may be very important topic for all the types of customers. May already my costs if I use cloud, if I use what may be the main difference between Jelastic and alternatives such as Amazon AWS, Google Cloud, Rackspace, or DigitalOcean. So the first, maybe the main important point is that when you consume services at AWS or DigitalOcean, you must reserve the size of the, for example, 4 gigs of RAM and 2 virtual CPUs. And you will pay fully for this instance, even if you consume only 1% of its consumption. And this is unfair. So usually you don't have low spikes all the time. So maybe you have them on Christmas sales or Black Fridays or during weekends, but you pay the whole bill for this instance. And if you need to grow your application, if you need to handle bigger low spike, you have to order the instance that is twice bigger than the previous one and costs twice more than previous instance. And this is really unfair. Meanwhile, in Jelastic, we managed to provide really pay-as-you-go cloud. So if only 1 megabyte or 100 megabytes, you will pay only for this amount. But if you consume 4 gigs, 16 gigs of RAM, you will pay for this spike only in this hour. And that means that and if you talk about real projects, so we made different estimations, and annual cost saving compared to AWS, it may be up to 73%. So according to our analysis of the projects that are hosted on Jelastic and previously hosted at AWS. Plus, if you consume more resources, you will pay less for each unit. So, and in terms of business KPIs and business benefits, what benefits your business can get from this cloud. First of all, the productivity of your developers and operations team may significantly increase up to 70%. And the next point, when you try to launch new product, so you spend a lot of efforts and time on the development, and usually the development and testing part is really huge and predictable. So using Jelastic Cloud solution, you can accelerate time to market for your applications, for your services, up to 85%. And moreover, due to this automatic vertical scaling and truly pay-as-you-go pricing, your total cost of ownership of the cloud deployment usually decreased by 50%. That's really important for all types of businesses. So let me move to the technical part and answering the question, why is Jelastic? So first of all, we provide more than 50 certified software stacks that can be provisioned automatically, scaled automatically, both up and down and in and out, and maintained properly. And we provide automated expertise for different applications on Java, G2E, Python, PHP, Ruby, Node.js, Microsoft.NET, and ASP.NET, Moreover, you can easily provision and scale different SQL and NoSQL databases, such as Microsoft SQL Server, or Postgres, or MySQL, or NoSQL databases like Redis, Cassandra, MongoDB, Neo4j, and many others. The next point is that we provide really fantastic support of Java technology and Java enterprise technology. And you can simply provision any Java-based stack, maybe for enterprise applications you prefer to use Glassfish or JBoss, or maybe even Oracle WebLogic. So you can simply create basic environments based on one application server, or even a clustered solution within that contains tens of servers. The same works for Tomcat, Tommy, JT, different applications that is based on Java. And how can you benefit, and what scenarios can be solved to you if you're a software developer or a company who develops a consumer software? So we have 6 main scenarios, and I will concentrate on the first 3 of them. So first of all, Jelastic Cloud may simplify and significantly speed up self-service creation and management of developer environments. Moreover, we may automate bulk management of tens and hundreds of testing and staging environments. The next point is that if you need to run your application in production mode and maintain scalability, availability, so this ideal solution for that. And the next 3 scenarios relate to delivering software through marketplace in automated mode. So just in one click, you will receive highly available and scalable WordPress cluster, or maybe Magenta cluster for your e-commerce solutions, or Docker hosting and microservice hosting. So that's really trendy, trendy approach for modern software developers. So they prefer to run everything inside Docker containers and deploy and design the applications according to microservice approach. So let's start with the first scenario, self-service management and creation of development environment. So assume that you, a software developer company, and issue developer need to create some sample environment to run his application. So this environment will have a database, maybe Postgres is also popular, almost enterprise database, but it's open source. And he needs to Glassfish service for his Java application in order to test some high availability and set up replication, and also a load balancer for high availability in order to distribute properly the requests. So actually, this is not an obvious task to make this environment, and usually your system administrators they do it, and due to a lot of bureaucracy, so this process is quite complex. And if developer wants to create this environment, so it's really complex process, and this is like the description of work day of the developer or even system administrator who wants to create such environments. So you have to install the operating system, and configure security, database, web server, firewalls, some deploy, and you see that his day lasts more than 8 hours, more than 10 hours. He struggle with his wife, and etc. It's really complex issue, and only after midnight he runs the environment, and he is exhausted. So that's the usual situation when developers create environments. They love to develop applications, but they don't like to administer servers. Meanwhile, in Jelastic, they can create such environments just a matter of minutes. So they can simply access to the dashboard, and let me show how it looks. So they can just click on the button, select appropriate component. In this case, it will be load balancer and maybe Tomcat application servers. Configure scaling, vertical scaling, configure horizontal scaling, how much nodes they need, and create a database server. So that takes less than a minute to select all the components, and about 4 minutes to create all the stuff in the cloud and provision all the components. And it's really easy to provision and scale afterwards. This is the first very important point. So using self-service approach, you can significantly simplify all the processes of allocation resources, and each of your developer will have his own tenant or like part of these resources, and they can share access if they want between their team members, or they can even migrate some applications from developers to Q&A, to testers, and to system administrators. So that's self-service approach. Reduce also your costs and your time for deployment of time to market. The next point is like bulk and automated management of testing and staging environments. So this is a real case. So one of our software developer company who develops financial software and delivers it to different banks in Europe. So they have their customers, they have about 150 banks. The application is the same, but for each bank they for each customer they do a special set of customization of this application. And when they release a new version of the application, they have to first of all test how the update patches work and upgrade existing auto instance of this application or this service to the latest one, and test this everything works properly. If upgrade failed, they have to make a rollback, apply patches, and this is really really complex issue, how to manage all the stuff, how to create new environments from scratch, from some description, or how to test these update patches and don't break environment, or how to safely update all of them, all of these applications and environments from one version to another version. And the next 2 points relate to how fast you will do it, because usually these testing environments for Java applications, they are very resource consuming, and it's difficult to host all of them simultaneously on existing hardware. And it's difficult to deliver this hardware if they need to host more applications. And when you use cloud deployment, when you deploy your applications to the Jelastic Cloud, so first of all, we automate these processes of provision of hundreds of environments that can slightly be changed each other, and they can be updated and rolled back automatically. And you can even migrate them from developers to staging or to testing segments. So that's really easy and straightforward. Plus, you can make a clone of each environment very easily in order to test how this update page works. So I can make a clone of complex environment just with one click. So that's really useful, because usually this cloning, if it's not a clone of virtual machine, it's clone of multiple virtual machines or multiple Docker containers that can be related to each other. They can even have a load balancing. They have different links. So this is a full clone of all the data, and you can even make some changes in the cloud environments. Plus, if you use Git and SVN for storing sources of applications, you can use it and integrate with Jenkins or any other stuff. So that's what you can what Jelastic provides you in order to automate management of hundreds of staging and testing environments. Plus, you can use command line tool or different kind of APIs in order to spin up or shut down any environments or create them based on special snapshot and declarative description of the topologies. And the next point is that blue-green deployments is also automated, so you can switch traffic between old instance of your application, new instance of your application dynamically. So that's a very powerful approach. And the last point, so when I mentioned the case regarding management of hundreds of environments, each of them is really resource consuming. And there is a joke: with a great power comes great electricity bills. So it means that if you have hundreds of environments, you have to have a lot of hardware, and this hardware costs very much. In case of Jelastic Cloud, unused environments can be automatically hibernated, and all the state will be fixed and will be stored. And after this hibernation, they will consume only storage resources and not consume RAM and CPU. That's really important. You will pay only for storage that is really cheap. And if you need to wake up this environment, you can do it, or Jelastic can do it automatically after each request. That saves a lot of money for you and a lot of budget for you. So that really makes sense for different kind of organizations. And the last case that I want to emphasize is when you publish your application to production and you expect huge traffic, you have to properly configure it, designed for load balancing. So in this case, for production application, you usually have a load balancer that should properly distribute traffic, maybe with some affinity and stickiness among 3 or 5 or 10 servers. And you also have to have various as a caching and memcached plus database cluster with automatic replication. And do you remember this guy when he configured a simple environment? Imagine what happens when this developer or any system administrator tries to configure this complex stuff. It's really difficult and takes weeks to configure application to run it in production and to handle different load spike. What Jelastic provides? So in Jelastic, you can configure highly available topologies, highly available environments that can be scaled automatically in both directions, so they can grow up and down, and they can grow out or shrink back in horizontal way. And all the layers that can be scaled dynamically and may handle any load spike. And back into pricing. So as I mentioned before, and at Amazon or Rackspace or DigitalOcean, you pay for limits, and it doesn't matter how much you allocate to resources. In Jelastic, we provide automatic vertical scaling up and down for any application, and it means that your application will be scaled up and down at any load spike. It will scale up, and when this spike falls down, it will be scaled down, and you will pay less compared to AWS. And moreover, you can configure automatic horizontal scaling based on different triggers, load triggers like RAM, CPU, storage, and Jelastic will grow your cluster or shrink it depending on the load. And this is a really powerful tool for at least for e-commerce solution that expects some huge traffic spikes at weekends or at Christmas sales. And the next point it's really important for production is high availability because you will lose money in case if your application is not available at the moment. For instance, SAS companies or gaming providers, they lose millions of dollars when they have thousands of gamers, and if servers are not available, they just lose their business. And in Jelastic, so the platform is designed for high availability. Everything is distributed properly, and we have clustering, load balancer, replication at different layers. At software layer for each stack, like the database or application server, and also at hardware layer. It's provided by software-defined storage that automatically duplicates all the data of your applications and restores them in case of any failures. And the last important point is when you need to spin up some popular application, like WordPress or Magenta, you usually have to have expertise in configuring these applications. And in the meantime, we can help you to avoid this education, avoid to have this expertise. So in Jelastic, you can spin up, for instance, WordPress cluster with automatic scaling in one click, or Magenta cluster also in one click. That's made using the marketplace feature. So that's, you just need to go to marketplace and search for maybe WordPress cluster and just click install, and within 5 minutes or so you will get full-fledged WordPress cluster instance with automatic scaling that can handle any load spike. So that's makes sense. So finishing regarding the benefits and outcomes that you have when you deploy your application with Jelastic Cloud. So first of all, your productivity of your developers and testing team will significantly increase, and the process for R&D teams and for Q&A teams will also be simplified due to high level of automation. Plus, you will get automatic scalability that allows to handle any load spike, and it will also allow you to save your monthly bills for hosting, for cloud hosting, or for just hosting of your applications. And regarding who already use our solution, so actually more than 300,000 of companies and individual developers, they use Jelastic Cloud to deploy their production applications or deploy their testing environments. And at this slides, I just show you some short list of them. Like Miele is a premium manufacturer of appliances for kitchen and for home. They use Jelastic, and they have R&D team in India, and they use Glassfish in Jelastic in order to provision the staging environments, and also in order to provision and manage their production environments. And different media providers that have huge load spikes, they also use it, along with outsourcing companies, banks, telcos, etc. So that's this cloud is proven. It's more than 5 years on the market and used by 100,000 of customers right now. So that's it from me. I just want to pass floor to Denis.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Dmitry. I really like the example, man, of a man who was just. Let me show my screen. Yeah. Okay, thanks for a wonderful presentation. I really like the example which you have given. So it's basically lot of web developers and administrators basically keep on working and deploying all those applications with all those commands, and it's quite automated process which I can actually see it in a Jelastic Cloud. And the best part is like a one-click installation of all those application is will be a great help, which I can see to our audience as well. Thank you for that. Let's move forward, guys. I hope you guys can see my screen. Okay, Dimitri, can you see my screen there?
Yes, I can see your screen, right?
Okay, guys. Moving forward, that was all about Jelastic and why you should choose Everdata in this case. Everdata Technologies has over 15 years of experience, and we have been into industry from more than a decade now. And we first seek to understand your needs and issues so that we can provide a custom solution that best suits your budget and business. We are a company where we offer a services starting from a $1 and ranging up to a thousands of dollars. So if you are a shared user of a shared hosting user, we are a suitable match for you. And if you are using a VPS, we are a suitable match for you. If you're using a dedicated servers or a cloud infrastructure to deploy your applications, so Everdata covers all of them under one roof. Our level of experience serves our clients both time and the money by effectively solving any technical issues. We have an in-house team of technical system administrators, those who actually take care for all the support queries directly on a live chat and on a phone call, both 24x7. So we own and operate data center that is located in the most preferable city in Rajasthan, that is Jaipur. So that is called seismic zone. So Jaipur is one of the place in India which has a less seismic zone, which means there is a very negligible tendency or a possibility of getting an earthquake onto this area, right? So earthquake and tsunami or any natural calamities which you can say, so it is quite a safe place to have a data center here in India. So that's why Everdata investors and management thought to have a data center here in Jaipur. This data center is managed by our own highly educated and trained support team around 24x7, and it's highly secure. So the major concerns comes from the people is about the security. So of course we are secure because we have Jelastic application at the back end, and Jelastic help us to make it secure onto an application level. And we are tier 3 data center with all those Indian government norms. So it's quite safe to have data with us. This is why we an ISO certified as well company and PCI compliance ready. So that's all about Everdata, and we have something great for you. An exclusive offer to all those attendees, those who are attending a webinar right now. So you get a free 1 month of a cloud of your size, your requirement. So you can order that cloud going on to this link mentioned over here. It's www.everdata.com/pass-cloud-india. So you can order your first month free trial from this link if you find any difficulty in signing up or exploring that. So we have a support team directly available on a chat, and we have a toll-free India toll-free number. You can directly give a call on it. This offer is valid for 48 hours only after the end of the webinar. So I guess the sales team has already enabled this offer for you. You can go and grab that offer. Thanks once again, guys, for joining the webinar. If you, I guess, if you guys have any Q&A questions for us, you can probably ask us right now, or probably you can send us a mail directly on support@everdata.in or .com, and or you can send me directly an email over here for any kind of support at danish@everdata.in. So we will be more than happy to answer all your queries in regards to a sign up, in regards to any technical queries, and will be more than happy to answer all your questions. Thank you guys once again, and thank you Dimitri, thank you for being with us and helping Indian audience understand what Jelastic really mean to the cloud industry. And thanks once again for taking out a valuable time from your busy schedule. I understand you took up an invitation on a very short notice and you delivered it well. Thanks once again.